guys! Alright, so there's a much different setting. This is my dorm room, but this is not my dorm room. This is actually a bed sheet that my roommate and I hung up to make these tutorials look so much better and more professional, because my dorm room doesn't look as professional. So this adds coolness to it, and I think it looks pretty nice. So I'm kind of done with doing the voiceovers for this video, just because I want to actually speak and not just have the voiceover, even though I'm definitely going to mess this up more times than I would my voiceover, which I did 10 different times. Okay, so we're going to be doing a soft pale pink look. This is my second time doing it now, and I didn't like the first time, and I didn't think it was good enough, so I'm doing a second video. So I'm going to start off with something that's super important: priming your face. I have this Mally Perfect Prep Poreless Primer that I got from Ulta. I love it. I put it on first, and you just kind of put a little bit in your hands, rub it on your face. Priming is super, super important. It's very good for your skincare. Very good. So then after I do that, I like to move on to my L'Oreal Paris Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream. That's anti-redness. It's this little green bottle that I also got this from Walmart. It's supposed to help with like any inflammation or like really bad, ugly red spots from pimples, which I get a lot. Rosy red cheeks, anything like that. It just kind of gets rid of the redness, and I like to put it on because it's a primer, and I really, really love that primer. So then I move on to my Dark Spot Hard Candy Sheer Envy Correcting Primer. I got this from Walmart. I like to put it underneath the dark circles in my eyes, because I have really bad dark circles. Because, I mean, what college student doesn't have really bad dark circles, or any person that is currently enrolled as a student anywhere? So I just kind of put it underneath my eyes, kind of fan my face a little bit so my primer dries. So then last video I used my foundation that I got from Ulta, but this time I'm going to actually try a new foundation that I got, and it's the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. It's for normal to oily, so this is actually really good for people who have like oily skin. This is what I've heard, so I wanted to try it, and I hope it works out. I'm really pale, so it's really, really pale. Sorry to anyone that notices that. So I'm going to get my beauty blender wet, and I'm going to put on this foundation. Wow, a glob came off. This is much different than my other foundation. So I'm just going to kind of just spot it on my face, and as you can tell, it looks absolutely terrible right now. And I look super, super pale. But I just guess I gotta blend it in. And it's also good to get your beauty blender wet before you actually put foundation or any kind of product on it, just simply because you want more product on your face than in your beauty blender, which I like. I'm cheap, so I really like to get the most out of every product that I have. So I'm just kind of giving a full coverage on my face, a little bit on my lips, because I don't know why when I put foundation on, that's like my #1 spot to put foundation. Not my actual face, just my lips. So just kind of blend it in to your neck. You're not giving an uneven look. I kind of like this. This is different. I have not actually tried this brand at all, but I like it. It gives me a very full coverage. I like that. It is very thin though, the foundation, so it comes out very quickly. Kind of disappointed in that, because I feel like I wasted some of my product. It happens. I'm just gonna wash off my hand a little bit and dry it off. So Then next, I like to move on to doing my eyebrows. Not everyone does this, but I like to right after doing foundation. So then I'm gonna fill in my eyebrows. This takes me a little while just because I like to be perfect about it, and I judge my eyebrows way too harsh. So I'm going to use a mirror that I have actually on this side, so I'm going to be facing this side. Pro tip, just remember, once again, like I said, your eyebrows are sisters. They're not twins. They'll never be perfect. I hate that they're never perfect, honestly. But I have to keep reminding myself that I have pretty good dang eyebrows, you know? No, it's okay that they're not as even as I would like them to be. Look pretty good, just a little fill in. It's not gonna be like perfect. Get a little messed up. Pro tip, if you do mess up, I really love using makeup wipes and also this oil-free eye makeup remover. It's awesome. So I mess up a lot of my eyebrows, and you can probably always tell, but I do like to just take my oil-free makeup remover and put it on a makeup wipe and just fix maybe those really harsh lines that I had that looked really bad. So here I am, just filling in my eyebrows. Okay, I need to remember. So then after filling in my eyebrows, I like to move on to concealer. I have this Tarte concealer that I got from Ulta. This isn't as pale. I don't know why I didn't get this as pale. It says like medium neutral, but I know I'm much more pale than that, and I don't like that. So then I like to put on, after I fix it, I like to put on this underneath my eyes on my bags, because my bags are really, really bad. They're really ugly, and I hate for people to see them because I look really exhausted and tired. So I just put on my little tiny beauty blender that I got from Ulta. Also, by the way, what I filled in my eyebrows was this Kabrow pomade. I got that from Ulta. It's kind of on the pricey side, but I love it. But also a cheaper alternative is e.l.f. Cosmetics has really good pomade for filling in your eyebrows. I just put it underneath my eyebrow, my eyes. I also like to put the concealer underneath my eyebrows too, but for this video I'm not actually going to do that. Just put it underneath my eyes, and it makes me look less tired automatically. So then I like to move on to my AirSpun loose face powder. This is for baking, and I got this at Walmart. This is actually recommended from a friend, and I've seen a couple people use it. A good pro alternative is you can also use baby powder to bake. I love it. It works really well. So I just kind of set that on my face, underneath the eyelids, underneath this eyelid, perfect, and kind of like in the middle of my eyebrows and on my forehead. And you just kind of let this sit in, give it a good, 7-10 minutes. I just kind of go with whatever I think like it looks good and when I think it's finished. So then after that, I like to move on to my eyes. So I have two different palettes. I love Morphe. I got a lot of palettes for Christmas. So this palette is the OS palette. I love it. It has pretty wonderful shimmers in it. I'm going to use this palette, and then I'm also going to use my 35F palette, which also has so many pretty shimmers that I like absolutely adore and love. So I'm going to start off with my F palette as my base, and you're putting this on your eyelids. I just am going to go with kind of like this brownish pinkish color as my base. Your base could be a white. The last video I used a white. I'm also using this Real Techniques brush that I got from Ulta. So then I just take the color and I just use it on my eyelid as a nice, real pretty base. Kind of looks brown right now, and that's okay. It's just a base color. And just blend it into the eyelid. Perfect. Yep. And it makes a real pretty base. And just kind of blend it in a little bit more just to give it that more base feel. And I love it. So then I move on to kind of a light shade of pink. It's not really as pale, but still shimmery. I use this color, and I'm going to take, once again, my Real Techniques brush. I love this. This is super good for blending, and it's really, really nice brush head to it. So then I apply this to my eyelid, and it's kind of a little shimmery. I have to get a little bit more. And it just goes over the base, basically. A little bit more on the other eye. Even out. This kind of looks brown, but it's got a little pink highlight to it. And this is just going to kind of serve as our base, basically. Both of them will. Next, I'm going to move on to a really, really pretty pink. And it's bright. It's actually untouched because I have not used this pink yet. And just put it there. And I'm going to add this to my eyelid. It's not that bright. And sometimes with shimmers, you have to wet your brush. I just wet it with my tongue. So it gets more of the shimmers in. And it still kind of looks brown. So we're going to have to add in some more pinks that give it a more pale pink look to it. But this looks like a very natural color, a very natural shade. That. So next I'm going to move on to actually another pink. And I'm going to add this shimmer pink from the F palette. Once again, just kind of get it a little wet. And I'm going to add this to my whole eyelid. Oh wow. Yeah, that's a shimmery one right there. I love pink on brown eyes a lot, and you kind of get a little bit there, so I'm just going to kind of wipe that off. And I'm at it. Wipe that off and kind of straighten out a little bit. It's not as pale pink as I want it, but I love the pink. It's a very pretty shade. So I'm add a little bit more to the other eye. I love it. It's a very pretty color. And you'll be able to see these colors kind of better when I take pictures of them. So next I'm going to take actually a very pale pink, but it's like a shimmery pink. It's kind of got a little oranges in it. I'm using this one, and I'm going to apply this to about halfway and in. And halfway and in, because I really like that accent of kind of like a silver, maybe gold kind of color with like coming from the inside of the eye, and I really like those. So shimmeries. Once again, you kind of just wet it and I bring it in. And as you can see, it kind of just adds a little accent. And I love it. There we go. Get the other side. And it's very shimmery. And I love it. Pinks are one of my favorite colors. Actually, most people that are viewing this know me personally, so they know I wear a lot of pinks, and it's just one of my favorite colors. It's one of my favorite colors aside from black. If you can't tell, I really love black too. So then I'm gonna add just a little bit more, kind of make sure I'm accenting it real well. And there we go. I love it. It's very pretty. It's slightly noticeable, and it's very subtle. It's not like in your face kind of colors. And sometimes I get a little bit in one corner of my eye, so I kind of just wipe it off. So I'm going to take this little angled brush, but it's like angled for your eyes in specific, and I'm going to actually apply some of the colors that I used here, and I'm going to put them on the under eyelid. Just do that. I do it because I kind of like the little rounded look. I'm not putting any of my eyeliner on, so I put that there. And it gives it a little shimmer underneath, and it just makes your eyes pop, and I love it. So then that looks really good. I like it. You'll be able to see it more when I take pictures in the end. I don't know if the lighting is like technically the best to like see this. I don't know if you guys can. But I'll take more pictures and you'll be able to see it more at the end with the video. So then next I like to contour. And I use this Revlon Photo Ready Insta-fix stick. Mine is a golden beige. I like it because it's super easy. It's much better than taking like a palette full of contours and highlights in it. It's just easy and transferable. Like, you can take it with you everywhere. It's also very easy to use for people who don't know how to contour very well. So I just apply this underneath the cheekbone right there. You can't see. And the other. I kind of have a natural contour to my face because I have really high cheekbones, so I like that. And I just take my beauty blender, just dab it in. Perfect. I don't like to do, there are some really dramatic contours out there. I don't like to do those. I kind of like it more simple. I like the eyes the most. I like doing different shades of eyeshadow much more than I like doing any contours. So then, my favorite part, highlighters. I have this Maybelline Master Strobing Liquid Illuminating Highlighter. I love liquid highlighter. I didn't think I'd ever like it. I picked it up because I was like, okay, well, I'll try this, see if it's really fun, cool. And I ended up liking it because it's so easy to use. And also this highlight, I think like God can see me up there. I'm shining so bright. And that's how I like my highlighters. So I put it actually on my little tiny beauty blender. I have a couple of them in which I need to clean because you can probably tell they're used a lot of product. And you just apply them up top on your cheekbone right here. Kind of do a little bit up. And as you can tell, it is very glowy and I love it. It's much better than like all the other highlighters I've had. But I do love my other highlighters. This one is just like, if I'm really wanting something that just glows. Apply it. And then I put it on the tip of my nose, because that's my favorite spot to highlight actually. And right there, right above your lip. Actually, Don't remember what that's called, but put it there. And then I like to take a little tiny itty bitty brush and I put a little bit on there, and then I put it in the corner of my eye as an extra glow. And then I take my beauty blender, kind of blend it in. There we go, and a little bit of glow there. And then I also kind of switch it up and I put it underneath my brow. And I just love highlighter because it's very bright and I love everyone to see my shiny face. And there we go. And it looks really good and I love it. I would definitely suggest getting the liquid highlighter. I got this from Walmart. Yep. And it's really inexpensive. I love it. I do have to try though. There is a new highlighter that's the best drugstore highlighter, and I plan on getting that soon and doing a review of if I like it. So I also have this Revlon Ultra D matte lip color. I love matte. I got this from Walmart and it gives a really pretty color. Normally if I'm wearing matte lipstick, I like to put on chapstick while I'm doing my makeup, and it helps my lips not look so chapped when I put on matte lipstick. Also, argan oil on your lips helps a lot, or Vaseline while you're doing makeup. I love that. So then I just apply it. Go. Rub it in. Mine isn't very bright. It's supposed to be a pale pink lippy, so it's not supposed to be anything too bright, but it's noticeable. So then I kind of just let it dry, let it do its thing. Also this NYX one that I like to pair with it is a soft matte lip cream. I do not remember where this is from because it was given to me. So just kind of apply it there, and then I rub it in, and it gives it like 2 different shades of colors, and I really like that. And looks like my face is almost done. And then I also use this Maybelline Fit setting spray. I'm not going to put this on, but it's awesome. It keeps your makeup in state, and I also suggest setting spray because it's really good when you're going all day and you're using makeup that you don't want to rub off, example highlighter and stuff like that. So I'm not going to put it on, but it is very good when you want your makeup to last a really long time. And there we go. My makeup is done. It's complete. And I'm really glad that you guys gave me so many views on my first video. I'm also sorry that I like to talk with my hands. But I'm really glad that I got so many views for my first video. I was going to try to make this video not as long because it seemed like not as many people stayed to the end of the video. But I wanted to make a really good video. And I've been looking at other YouTubers, so I'm trying to try new things, so maybe the next video will be a really quick tutorial and not as long, but this video just so happened to be longer. I'm really thankful that you guys are supporting me in this, and if you have any ideas, please comment below or DM me. A lot of people that like these videos or are viewing this know me on social media or know me in person. Please give me look ideas, give me video ideas. I have a few in the works, but I really want to know like what people want to see in specific. How can I help others with their makeup journey? How can I help them with eyeshadow and blending and contouring and other different things that I know were hard for me at first when I did them. So thank you guys. And this is the end of my pale pink video. I can't wait to show you guys pictures. Bye! Also, guys, I'm really sorry I forgot to add that after you finish with your eyeshadow, please make sure you put on mascara or your false eyelashes. I forgot that when I was doing the video, and so I just thought I'd add it here in the end. Also, please enjoy these photos of me showing off my makeup look.